Vanessa, what are your expectations going into the opener tomorrow night? What have you seen from this team, and how good do you think this team will play in the opener as opposed to like further on down the season?
Yeah, I think for us, a big emphasis has been our defense. So starting from the top of the game, just bring that aggressiveness from both sides and then just imposing our will. I think for us, a lot of new people, but we've built the chemistry over the summer by spending time together on and off the court. And I think that's one thing that we really want to show is that we play together, that we succeed together, and that we want all of us to do well. So at the end of the day, I think that defense and that togetherness is what's going to separate us.
What did you learn about the team in the exhibition?
Yeah, I think for us is, again, a new team and kind of just figuring out our roles for one another. We're all very different. We all bring different things to the game. And I think with the returners of like Hannah, Cass, and KK having that foundation for us has been really helpful in just kind of expanding and building it as our own masterpiece, as Coach would say. So, yeah, just kind of figuring out the pieces of the defense and the offensive side.
Media day, we asked you what it was like to practice with Hannah. What was it like to play in an actual competitive game with her?
Yeah, her energy is like uncomparable. She makes you just want to compete. I think that kind of energy and that love for the game that she exudes on every play is something that can be taught. And for her, having her at the helm for us and just kind of being the person that we can look to is something that will be very important for us throughout the whole year.
Last one for me, maybe something that didn't happen in the exhibition that you guys would want to happen tomorrow night and going forward?
Yeah, I think again it goes back to defense. They were a good team, but for us, we think we could have held them to, a little bit lower. So coming into this game against FDU, just again, staying disciplined, working on those fundamentals, and again, just that aggressiveness and that pace on defense, I think is something that we're going to emphasize going in.
Ultimately, it's the first game, but like, how much can you take away from the evaluation piece of it? Of not just what you guys need to work on moving forward, but how much stock can you really put in that?
Yeah, I think again, big thing with us is, like you said, it's only the first game into the season. For us to just kind of see where we stand and how much the work we put in over the summer has developed to today. So just again, looking at the film and seeing, the little things of like our defensive schemes and kind of just remembering to stay together and kind of the up and down of games. We only have a small bench, so we've only been able to play against the guys so far over the summer. So for us, it's just applying all those things we've learned and seeing how that works going into the games.
What can you tell us about tomorrow night's opponent?
Yeah, FDU, they're a really good team. They were a tournament team last year. A couple of good returners from the year before and new people coming in. So for us, again, they're just going to be a very guard-heavy team that, loves to shoot threes. So for us, is being able to guard them on the three-point line and in the paint. And then again, just playing as Notre Dame, going out there, having the pace on both ends, and played all 40 minutes.
Yeah, how much of it is the balance of trying to get your team going right now, and how much do you put into scouting the opponent right now?
Yeah, I think it goes both ways. Every game, a different game plan, shows up. So for us is, again, being as Notre Dame, I think that's what will take us the long way instead of trying to focus too much on the opponent, because at the end of the day, we're trying to develop, kind of trying to grow as a team and learn who our identity is. So it's 50-50 again, of course, because you got to, have respect for the opponent as well. So it goes both ways.
After the exhibition, I asked Cass, I don't know if you've seen the Kobe Bryant Dear Basketball short film that he made a long time ago. I'm kind of trying to get everyone on the team's perspective. So for you, what is your Dear Basketball maybe? How would you describe your journey and why do you play?
Yeah, I think a big part of why I play is my family, my culture. Being Filipino, basketball is huge. Just growing up, being around my family, kind of seeing how that is even back in the Philippines playing for my national team. So again, the reason why I play, just for all the sacrifices and just the opportunities that helped me get to so far. So yeah, my family for me.
When you say basketball is huge in the Philippines, maybe for people who don't understand over here, what that culture is like, how would you describe it?
Yeah, so my parents would tell me, walking down every street, there'd be a pickup game going on, someone would have a Kobe jersey going on, or just young kids are just playing basketball. So it's a sport they love. They love basketball. Everybody knows basketball. Growing up, we'd watch Laker games. Kobe was a big person for me. I got to meet him a couple times and actually practice with Gigi too. So they're really big role models, being a LA native. So yeah, just that love of the game comes from the family. And yeah.
I guess lastly, how often are you not only thinking about your Filipino culture in the way that you play, but how often are you thinking about Kobe and Gigi and just the Bryant family?
Yeah, Kobe, just his love for the game and his mind, the mom mentality, that's something that I kind of feel like has really been something that's influenced and impacted me, just how much he worked, how much he loved it, and how much he wanted to give back. So for me, again, even though I play, for Notre Dame and, for my family and everybody else, I hope to, also help the younger generation, especially younger Filipino Americans, and kind of just, again, growing awareness for that and giving back to people who have given to me so much.
You played here in an exhibition game, but tomorrow will be your first time suiting up for Notre Dame in a regular season game. What do you think the emotions are going to be like taking the floor to that jersey?
I know. Honestly, I can just imagine it, stepping out there, hearing the crowds, a little sweat on my fingers. But again, just seeing that Notre Dame on my shirt, on my jersey, it'll just be a surreal moment. I think I'll get butterflies still every time I step into the gym. So kind of just enjoying the moment, staying present, and remembering that I'm around the people I love and we've worked so hard, and just going out there and showing what we've worked so hard for.
Yes, excited for our home opener tomorrow. Unfortunately, Malaya and Leah will not be available, but looking forward to, being back in front of our home crowd and having a great first home opener for us.
What is your expectation to see from this team in the opener as opposed to what you expect to see maybe in January, February?
Yeah, we're still building chemistry. Again, setting the tone like we did last week. Coming out aggressive offensively, but doing a great job defensively, and then just coming together, getting better every night. We're a team that plays with a lot of heart. We're a team that plays with a chip on our shoulder. So just excited to get this season going and getting better every day.
What's the scouting report on FDU?
Yeah, we have to do a great job of containing their guard play. They have a continuous wing ball screen offense that we have to be great at defending, and defending the three-point line. They averaged about 28 attempts a game. They had averaged 6 made threes last year, so defending the three-point line is going to be big.
Vanessa kind of mentioned how just throughout the offseason, because of some nagging injuries to some people, it's been hard to get a chance to actually have a full 10-on-10 scrimmage. It's been a lot of play against the men's practice players. Has there been some advantages to that, and then maybe what are the disadvantages of that?
Yeah, the adjustment is, again, not being able to scrimmage as long when we had our numbers low, so we had to utilize, like you mentioned, the practice guys. But again, it gives the starters a great chance. They build a lot of chemistry together. They're in really great shape because they've been available the most. But again, just going through the fatigue and not having multiple players that have different rotations is probably the disadvantage.
You said that you've had to do a lot of teaching in the offseason.
Yes.
Does part of that come from the fact that you haven't had a fully healthy team just throughout the entire offseason?
I think a little bit, but also we have so many new faces. So we have 3 returning, KK not playing last year. I'm teaching a lot of things that normally, your upperclassman and 5th-year senior, you understand, you know the continuity offense, you know everything that we're running and the defensive terminology, but it's almost like starting back from scratch, which is fine because this group is high IQ, so I feel like they were a sponge. They picked up the information really well, and our core returners did a great job of helping along with that.
How does having all those players out change kind of your game plan and sort of not necessarily your expectations for the game, but how you evaluate things moving forward?
Yeah, I had to adjust because, again, nagging injuries is not something that I expected, especially even coming back in August. So you just have to adjust. So you have to adjust with who's available and then just move forward when we have more that are returning. And then trying to make it a seamless transition of them being reintroduced to the team.
How quickly do you expect that to happen? Within the next month or so? Or?
Oh, yes. So hopefully the next weeks, days, they're close.
What did you see in the exhibition that you walked away from where you're like, okay, yep, I like that, that's who we need to be?
Yeah, I liked a lot of the reads. I thought they did a really good job of executing. Again, a lot of new plays. I thought they really did a great job of reading what they were doing, executing in the way that I wanted to. I thought they did a good job in transition. Was positive assist to turnover ratio, something that we've really been working on. So I was very encouraged by that. I thought we started really strong. So I thought I really enjoyed our start, getting a chance to see a lot of good pieces. You saw a chance to see Cass and how she's really improved. And then just, getting some confidence with V and Gisela. I thought that was awesome. And Hannah being Hannah. I thought she was tremendous.
On the flip side of that, some things that you maybe said, okay, we could do without that once the season starts.
Yes, definitely defending the three-point line. I thought we gave up way too many threes. I thought being reactive with their guard play, not adjusting to, when their guard got hot. I think that was something that we needed to do a better job of, and that's something we worked on the last couple days. Again, just adjusting when you have players that were, like I said, getting hot from the three-point line. I thought that was something, an area that we could get better at. And I was rebounding. I think giving up, a couple boards, I'm always trying to, focus on rebounding, and I'm going to require Cass and KK to do a lot more rebounding than in the past.
What's the give and take of, you mentioned a player that got hot,
Yeah.
take her away and there wasn't a whole lot else there?
Yeah.
So did you kind of live with that, or would you rather said, let's shut this entire thing down?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to shut it down, especially at the halftime. So that was the part that was a little bit a little bit frustrating for me. But again, it's part of it. So it was good that we learned. We got a chance to work on that the last couple of days. Showed a lot of film on that. So hope we do a better job against FDU. Who do a great job of shooting the ball.
Kind of
I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
After all these years, as a player and as a coach, how excited do you get for opening night?
So excited. I'm, again, living a dream. It's a passion, not just because this is my 6th year. I know how blessed I am to be here at Notre Dame. This place means so much to me, and this program means so much to me. So I'm in full gratitude that I get a chance to represent and be the leader of this program for 6 years, for my 6th season. So I'm super excited. I thought the energy of the crowd last week was amazing. I know they're going to bring that energy and show up for us tomorrow. So again, always grateful and blessed to be able to do what I love.
You find the crowd goes through preseason too, that it takes them a while to get used to the new players and some of the things going on?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the Irish Jam was great to show a little bit of a snippet of this new team, and then last week, and this is a great group, so I'm excited for them to feel that support and love from the South Bend community.
Last one, Pat.
I noticed after the exhibition, I couldn't tell what it said, but I just noticed that you had notes on the back of the sheet. Is that something that you do during the game, or is it something you do after the fact? And maybe how does that help you as a coach, like sort out your thoughts in the immediate aftermath?
Yeah, I'm always trying to jot down notes, whatever's happening, or I want to make sure that I celebrate things that are really good, or share things that I think are important to share to the public, and again, things that I feel like we did great with, and the things that we need to focus on. So I'm always trying to make sure I jot down things that I think are great takeaways from the game.
Couldn't tell what it said. I just was curious about the process there.
Oh yeah, to the process, it's just as a coach's debrief, things that I feel like that I took away from the game is normally what I write on the back of my sheets.